A potential way the 49ers are looking to replace DeForest Buckner, at least early on in the season. It's never easy when you're trying to replace an all-pro defensive tackle, Pro Bowl defensive tackle, as well as team captain. You may say, oh, okay, well, the 49ers spent the 14th overall pick for a reason on Javon Kinlaw. Doesn't get that easy. I think it is very unfair to Javon Kinlaw to step in and play 100% of DeForest Buckner's snap count last season. And I'll show you why. I'll get into it. Is he a stud? Absolutely. I think he'll be a superstar in this league, or at least has a making of. But without having a full off season damaged by coronavirus and potentially season damaged by coronavirus, we'll see. Hopefully not. When you look at DeForest Buckner and what he meant to this defense, since he entered the league in 2016, he was the fourth most double team defensive lineman in the NFL. And despite all of those double teams, he still had 28 and a half sacks in 4 seasons. Take that into consideration. Eric Armstead had 19 sacks in 5 seasons. And now let's go ahead and look at the total quarterback hurries rate. And you'll see DeForest Buckner's way ahead of the rest. Next, you're going to have Javon Kinlaw. Yes, those are his college hurry rate, but he did come from South Carolina, from the SEC, which that conference provides the most NFL-ready talent than any other conference in all of college football. So don't look at that number and neglect it too much. He also didn't have Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead, and Dee Ford helping him set the table. And then you'll have guys like Solomon Thomas, Julian Taylor, as well as DJ Jones. And then you look at it, Javon Kinlaw should get 100, at least the most of these opportunities on pass rushing downs. I did say he shouldn't take 100% of the snaps voided by Buckner's trade, and I'll show you why. But in pass rush opportunities, it should be 100% Javon Kinlaw. The dude is a freak, and I believe that number could also increase. That at least his hurry rate could increase if teams decide to go double team Eric Armstead more this year, giving Kinlaw one-on-one opportunities, which I believe he could win those. Just looking at from what I've seen on tape, as well as what he's showing me this offseason. And this is where I would limit his opportunities, and that's going to be in base packages. Because in base packages for the 49ers, it's going to be looked at more as your running down. And looking at the run stop percentage powered by Pro Football Focus, you have here are the numbers between DeForest Buckner, Eric Armstead, Ronald Blair, Julian Taylor, DJ Jones, and Javon Kinlaw. As you can see, there is a very big distance between Kinlaw and DeForest Buckner, and that's why I believe the pass rush opportunities would be ideal for him, as you want him to gain confidence and make plays for the team, and I think that's where you have most of those opportunities in the pass rush. And now looking at why do I have 2 names I didn't have last time in Armstead and Blair? Well, with Armstead, 49ers played a bunch of money in Dee Ford, who wasn't in their base package last season. They could decide, you know what, we gave him all this money, we're going to put Dee Ford in our base package, we're going to kick Armstead inside and have him play that 3 technique. This is where they may not want to do that. You want to limit the opportunities of where Dee Ford does not get injured. They paid him all that money, so the best ability is availability. He needs to be on the field at as many games as possible this season. But here's another way they could still kick in Armstead is by having Ronald Blair on the edge. Ronald Blair showed a lot last season, took a step up, and he's someone who played the run well, and he could also get to the quarterback if they do pass in those early down base package scenarios. But I think Armstead is a hell of a run defender himself off of the edge. They may decide to go with somebody else and keep Ronald Blair as that elite change of pace pass rusher off the bench rather than having to use him in base packages. And there's 2 names I didn't get to is DJ DJ Jones, he's going to be your nose tackle in base packages, so he's not going to replace Buckner. The other two names are Julian Taylor and Solomon Thomas. Julian Taylor, in my eyes, he took a step up, and in his limited playing time, took a step up and proved to be more valuable than Solomon Thomas. Although the 49ers may want to get something out of their former first overall pick, but Julian Taylor isn't a fit that mold of what they're looking for. He is 6'5", compared to Thomas being 6'2". He may be able to get schemed out of those early running plays compared to Julian Taylor's and hold his own a little more. So this is how I think the 49ers are going to at least plan to replace DeForest Buckner early on into the season, is by doing a defensive tackle by committee, where in your base packages, you're going to have Julian Taylor there to where he can handle the run play more efficiently than what Kinlaw would. But in passing scenarios, third downs, or when they're ahead of teams and teams are trying to come back on the 49ers, it's going to be Javon Kinlaw in there trying to get to the quarterback, and he will, as I believe. So defensive tackle by committee is the future for the 49ers, at least early on into the season.